This is Peter. He's a 75-year-old pensioner who lives alone in his house. Today he had a bad experience. When he was on his way home from the supermarket, he got lost and for a short time he was in panic. Nothing happened because after a few seconds he realized the right way. Now he is at home and is very depressed. He is afraid of going out again. He never wants to have this feeling again. He calls his son Jack, who is working as a teacher, and asks for help. Peter tells his son what happened to him on his way home. Jack tries to calm his father down and proposes him to have a look in the internet for an advice that will help him in such situations. He heard from a neighbor about universAAL. Peter is glad and they arrange to meet at Peter's house after Jack has finished his work. After the call, Jack accesses a website called uStore, the one-stop shop of universAAL. Once there, he finds a link to request for solutions for elderly needs. Then he reports about the need of an outdoors tracking application for his father. Mary works in a company called Innovate and is a service provider who is specialized in the AAL domain with special interest in universAAL project. She is subscribed to uStore's notification mechanism about needs coming from end users. Weekly, she receives a summary of the most demanded solutions. In the last 6 months, many requests have been focused on the need of a tracking application. Then Mary decides to look for new requests. There's an opportunity for Innovate to provide a solution for that need. After evaluating business options with her team, Mary decides developing a new tracking application. Alex is an application developer and works in the same company as Mary. She comes to Alex to tell him about the new decision and asks him to start working on such application. Alex enters the developer depot site, the site that provides all the information and resources that he needs to quickly get started developing AAL applications using the universAAL platform. To get started, he signs an account to get access to all resources. After filling in all the required information, he accesses the online developer handbook and learns the basics about how to use the universAAL platform. Alex reads about the available developer tools at the Tools wiki pages, which instruct him with the installation process of the AAL Studio, an integrated development environment based on Eclipse for building applications and components using the universAAL execution platform. The AAL Studio will make it easier for him to start the development and will make the development process more efficient. Alex installs the AAL Studio based on Eclipse. Alex starts the development from the AAL Studio menu. He accesses to the open AAL Studio dashboard that allows the developer controlling the whole development cycle easily. Then he creates a new universal project. The wizard helps him to create a skeleton for a compliant universal project. He fills in all the required fields: group ID, artifact ID, version and name. Then he adds a new class to the project. He can select the type of the class. Now Alex can add his new innovative code to the generated class. Richard is the owner of Innovit. He visits Alex to ask him about the development of the new tracking application. Alex shows Richard the development environment. He shows Richard the Open AAL Studio dashboard tool. At any time, Alex can build the application, and if it's built successfully, he can run it. Alex feels that the tracking application is quite good and ready to be published. He generates the application bundle and wants to upload it to uStore. As an experienced user of uStore, Alex logs into the management center and starts identifying the new application under the catalog entry Tracking Applications. He describes the application, its goals, and adds an image to it. Alex wants to contribute to the AAL community, so he offers the application for free. He then specifies additional attributes such as the identifiers of the bundle and the hardware requirements. Finally, he links the bundle to the application he just created. After a few weeks of development, Alex informs Mary that the new application is now available in uStore. Mary is happy and decides to offer the tracking application as a service to the entire community. She logs into the management center and creates a new hardware item for the Samsung Galaxy tablet that comes with the application. Then she starts identifying the new service under the catalog entry Tracking Services. She describes the service, adds an image to it, and specifies the price of the full solution. As a last step, she adds the Galaxy tablet device and the tracking application that Alex created as a component of the new service. Now the service is ready to be published and exposed to all. From the uStore's notification mechanism, she closes the request successfully and composes an answer where an email is sent to Jack as well as to the other interested end users in tracking applications. During the work, Jack receives a feedback on the ticket that he opened in uStore a while ago. He was informed that his request for a new tracking application was fulfilled and that the tracking service is now available in uStore. He immediately logs into uStore and searches for the tracking service. He reviews all the details of the device and the application that are included in the service. He decides to order the service and adds it to the shopping cart. Jack visits his father to install, configure and personalize the new application for him. Peter is very happy about this new application. He knows that it was a good idea to ask his son for help, and now he wants Jack to show him the uStore so that he is able to search for new applications and perhaps find a new friend to play chess with his laptop.